Have you ever wondered why some people seem to remember everything while others struggle to recall what happened just yesterday? Maybe you've experienced the frustration of reading an entire chapter of a book only to realize that almost nothing stayed in your mind. Perhaps you've forgotten an important appointment, misplaced your keys, or searched for your phone while it was already in your hand. These moments can make us feel as though our memory is getting worse. But the truth is much more encouraging than most people realize. Your memory is not a fixed ability that you're born with. It is a living system that changes throughout your life. Just like your muscles become stronger with exercise, your brain becomes more efficient when you train it correctly. Many people believe they simply have a bad memory, but in reality, they have never learned how memory actually works. Today, we're going to uncover one of the greatest secrets about the human brain. Memory is not about storing information like files inside a computer. Your brain is constantly deciding what deserves to be remembered and what can safely be forgotten. Every second, your senses collect millions of pieces of information. If your brain tried to remember everything, it would quickly become overwhelmed. Forgetting is not a design flaw. It is an essential feature that allows your mind to focus on what matters most. Think about yesterday. You probably cannot remember every face you passed, every sound you heard, or every step you took. Yet you can probably remember a meaningful conversation, a surprising event, or something that made you laugh. Your brain naturally gives priority to information connected with emotion, attention, and meaning. This simple fact changes everything. If you want to improve your memory, you should not ask how to force your brain to remember more. Instead, ask how to convince your brain that something is worth remembering. Scientists have spent decades studying people with extraordinary memories. What they discovered surprised many researchers. Most memory champions are not born with superhuman brains. Their brains are remarkably ordinary. What makes them different is the way they process information. They transform ordinary facts into meaningful experiences that the brain can easily store and retrieve. Imagine trying to remember the number 4862971. Most people would struggle after only a few seconds. Now imagine that the same numbers become a birthday, a house number, or a part of a personal story. Suddenly, they become much easier to remember. The information has not changed. Only the way your brain experiences it has changed. This is one of the most powerful lessons in neuroscience. Your brain remembers meaning far better than repetition. Many of us learned in school by reading the same page over and over again. We highlighted entire paragraphs with bright colors and believed that staring at the words longer would somehow force them into memory. Unfortunately, the brain doesn't work that way. Memory begins with attention. If your attention is divided, your memory never has a chance to form properly. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water while holes cover the bottom. No matter how much water you pour in, very little remains. Distraction creates those holes. Modern life constantly competes for your attention. Every notification, every message, every short video, every headline pulls your brain in another direction. Each interruption forces your mind to reset. Even a few seconds of distraction can weaken the process of building lasting memories. This is why deep focus has become one of the rarest and most valuable mental skills in today's world. When you give your complete attention to one task, your brain creates stronger connections between its neurons. Those connections become the foundation of long-term memory. The next secret may surprise you even more. Your brain is constantly editing your memories. Every time you remember something, you slightly rewrite it before storing it again. Memory is not a perfect recording. It is more like a story that evolves each time you tell it. That might sound frightening, but it also gives you tremendous power. Because your memories are flexible, your brain remains capable of learning, adapting, and improving throughout your life. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. It means your brain continues building new pathways regardless of your age. Many people believe memory decline is simply part of growing older. While certain changes naturally occur, research shows that an active brain can continue learning for decades. People who regularly challenge themselves with new skills, meaningful conversations, reading, music, languages, puzzles, and creative hobbies often maintain sharper thinking much longer than those who stop learning. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to memorize information without understanding it. Imagine building a house without a foundation. It may stand briefly, but it will collapse easily. Understanding creates the foundation that memory needs. Whenever you learn something new, ask yourself why it matters. How does it connect with something you already know? Can you explain it to someone else using simple words? When you create connections, your brain builds a network instead of a single isolated fact. Think about a spider's web. If one strand breaks, many others continue supporting the structure. Knowledge works the same way. The more connections you create, the easier it becomes to retrieve information later. One of the most effective learning methods is surprisingly simple. Instead of reading information repeatedly, close the book and try to recall what you just learned. Even if you remember only part of it, the act of searching your memory strengthens the pathway. Each successful recall tells your brain that this information is important enough to keep. This process may feel more difficult than rereading, but difficulty is often a sign that real learning is taking place. Your brain grows stronger when it works. Another powerful strategy involves spacing your learning over time. Instead of studying for 5 hours in one evening, spend 30 minutes a day across several days. Each review strengthens the memory before it begins to fade. This technique has been shown repeatedly to outperform last-minute cramming. Sleep also plays an extraordinary role in memory. While your body rests, your brain remains surprisingly active. During sleep, it organizes experiences from the day, removes unnecessary information, and strengthens important memories. Missing even a few hours of quality sleep can significantly reduce your ability to remember new information. Exercise offers another remarkable benefit. Physical movement increases blood flow to the brain, supports the growth of new brain cells, and releases chemicals that improve learning. Even a brisk walk can sharpen thinking and improve concentration. Nutrition matters as well. Your brain consumes an enormous amount of energy despite representing only a small percentage of your body weight. A balanced diet rich in colorful vegetables, healthy fats, fruits, nuts, seeds, fish, and adequate water provides the building blocks your brain needs to function at its best. Stress, however, can become memory's greatest enemy. When stress remains high for long periods, your body releases hormones that interfere with learning and recall. This is why people often forget simple things during moments of panic. Calming the mind through breathing exercises, meditation, or quiet reflection can dramatically improve mental performance. Perhaps the most encouraging truth is that every small improvement compounds over time. You don't need a photographic memory to transform your life. Remembering one more name, one more idea from a book, one more important conversation, one more inspiring lesson each day gradually changes who you become. Imagine improving your memory by only 1% every day. After a year, your mind would operate very differently from where it is today. Tiny habits create extraordinary results because consistency reshapes the brain little by little. From this moment forward, begin treating your memory like a garden. Give it attention. Feed it with healthy information. Remove distractions. Allow it time to rest. Challenge it with new experiences. Protect it from constant stress. With patience, you'll discover that your mind is capable of far more than you ever imagined. Your brain has been adapting since the day you were born. It learned to recognize faces, understand language, ride a bicycle, use technology, and solve countless problems. The same remarkable brain is still with you today. It has not lost its ability to grow. It is simply waiting for you to train it with intention. Every great achievement begins with learning. Every lesson begins with memory. And every stronger memory begins with a single moment of focused attention. The next time you tell yourself that you have a poor memory, remember this instead. Your brain is always learning. The question is not whether it can remember. The question is whether you're giving it the right reasons to remember. Thank you for spending this time with Mind Rewire. Until next time, keep challenging your mind, stay curious, and remember that every thought you strengthen today becomes part of the person you become tomorrow.